All right, Stormhawk fans, last game of the evening, Saturday night. Game brought to you by the American Legion. Stormhawks starting out with Clark, Schneider, Plastic, Duda, and Kuzmarchek. We have YB in goal. Stormhawks win the draw, back to Duda and Kuzmarchek. Now Duda skates it up the ice, looking for the stretch pass to Plastic, and we'll get an icing on the Stormhawks. If you can see in the video, we are playing, is it East Grand Forks? East Grand Forks. If you'll notice, they have a short bench, so they have 5 players on the ice, and they have 5 players on their bench. They run lean. They're a very strong team. They have some good players, but we'll see once here what happens. Well, Grand Forks in the zone. Hustling, getting it down low, but Stormhawks come away with it now. Clark's got it. Clark tips it up to Schneider. Schneider drives up the left wing. Pushes the puck into the zone, keeps skating, moves his feet. Plastic into support now. Clark right along the wall, he skates to the middle. Comes away with it. Now he goes for a skate, and they do a scissors with Duda. And up comes Clark now into the center ice, all the way up the left wing. Gets into the zone. Schneider and Plastic go to support, but now here comes East Grand Forks. Oh, good stick by Duda. He gets it out of the zone, so the Grand Forks would have been offsides, but they regroup. Now here they come. Now Duda controls. Over to Kuzmarchek, nice saucer pass over. Now Kuzmarchek skates the pass center ice, wants to get it deep. Grand Forks takes it away though. Duda with a good stick. Oh, here's a shot for Grand Forks. Backhand, they score. They're pumped up, folks. They're screaming and they're yelling and they're happy to score. That score comes at 13:32 in the first period. Now Nichols on the draw with Moulter and Giannetti. McNeil and Smith back. Giannetti's got it. Giannetti spins, goes, now spins the other way. Looking, moving his feet past center ice into the zone he wants, but no. Now back to Moulter. Moulter over to McNeil. McNeil, Smith. Smith looking for a stretch pass. Gets it to Nichols. Nichols comes into the zone. East Grand Forks steals though. And they flip it up high out into the center ice. Now into the zone they bring it. Centering pass. But it comes out to neutral ice. Now back into the zone comes Grand Forks. Moulter brings it in. Now Giannetti. Coots into support. Now back comes Grand Forks now. Puente steals the puck away. Good strong move by Puente. Now but out to the point it comes. Now Puente comes away with it, gets it to Giannetti on the left wing. Giannetti's gonna fly up the right side. Looking for support. Coots goes with him. Giannetti wants a shot. They deflect it into the corner. Coots goes in to dig it out. Charchenko tries to hold the line and does temporarily. But they throw it right back out now. Duda. Duda spins the other way. Duda up the wall. Giannetti to Coots. Coots brings it in. Coots tries to fly by, but no go. Now Plastic down in the corner. Or no, Seaver. Seaver out to neutral ice. Uh-oh, 2-0. Kuzmarchek's trying to get back. Duda's racing back. Can he stop him? And that's a 2-0 lead for East Grand Forks. All the momentum's on Grand Forks' side at the moment. They're pumped up to play. They're screaming, they're hollering, they're yelling. Stormhawks now, they need to answer. Clark's back out there now. And they get an offsides. So 11:35 left, first period. East Grand Forks off to a 2-0 lead. They had a 2-on-0 and they buried it. They had another in on the goalie and they buried that one, so they're 2 for 2 on their chances. Well, you can just tell East Grand Forks wants this game right now. They're very aggressive. They're looking strong. Now back into the zone they bring it. Gets by McNeil. They try a strip pass. Nichols to Sports. Now Schneider gets it out to Plastic. Plastic wanted to chip it up, but couldn't. Back over to Smith now. Smith tried to go up the wall. Stormox out of zone, then we get it offsides. Clark, Giannetti, Moulter. Puente and Charchenko are the defensemen. East Grand Forks wins it again, this time no icing though. So into the zone they come, they spin around, spin the other way. Clark tries to hold the zone, we get an offsides. We get a neutral zone face-off here with Clark. Moulter. Clark comes away with it, back to Giannetti now. Giannetti over to Puente. Puente looking for a stretch. Gets it up to Clark. Now Clark. Clark dumps it in the corner. Giannetti goes and chases. He's the first one there. Good battle by Giannetti there. Now right over to Moulter. Moulter reverses down low. Battle in the corner now. Moulter and Giannetti in the corner. Now Clark supports. Charchenko rips one into the other corner. Puente over to support. Puente over to Charchenko. Charchenko, he's got Clark. Clark brings it into neutral ice. Gets around one guy, gets it into the zone. Clark wants a shot. Deflected into the corner, gets his own rebound. Good job by Clark there. Gets it over to Moulter, but Grand Forks is able to clear. Now they come into the zone. They're looking for a shot. Deflected. No rebound. Charchenko up to Giannetti. Giannetti tries to get it to Clark. Still in the zone. Out of the zone now. Giannetti interfered with, no call. Come on, ref, get out of the way. Puente over to Clark now. Clark. He's got Moulter up ice. Gets it to him. Moulter looking. Gets it over to Kent. Kent's looking for support. Kent's just trying to hold his own. Stormox are changing 4 behind him. Good breakout by Grand Forks now. Now Seaver with it. Seaver. Coots now. Coots over to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek's looking. Tries to get it to Duda. Duda. Back over to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek up to Stormox. Now Kent. Kent's got it. Kent's going to skate it up. Kent gets it into the zone. Drives down the right wing. Drop pass, looking for Coots. They couldn't connect. Now here comes East Grand Forks the other way. All the way down the ice. They chip it in and goes over the net. Now Kuzmarchek's looking. Gets around one guy. Up to Coots now. Coots looking. Coots gets it center ice, dumps it down low, and they go for a change. Seaver's in the forecheck. Well, Grand Forks controls. Grand Forks now. Things have kind of calmed down a little bit now. Classic's got it. Over to Schneider now. Schneider into the zone. Schneider looking, trying to get around his guy. Does. Powers through. Schneider. Oh, he wanted backdoor. He wanted Clark. Stormox, they're going to have to not be Purdy here. They're just going to have to dig down deep. They need an ugly goal. Oh, nice pass again for the Grand Forks. Coaches are angry. They wanted a penalty. Now Schneider into the zone. Schneider gets around wide. He's got Plastic. Over to Plastic. Plastic buries one. Oh, he tried to. Just couldn't bury. Went over the net. Grand Forks looking for the long stretch pass. They bring it into the zone. Smith goes back to retrieve, and Grand Forks is going to change all 5. No, all 4, I should say. Now Smith. Smith looking. Good pass to Clark. Clark winning with speed. Scott Schneider. Clark shot over the net. Now Smith holds his own. Gets it down. Oh, tried to get it down low. Now out to center ice comes East Grand Forks. They bring it in. Into the corner it goes. They still control. Chip it out to the point to the blue line. He wants a shot. Schneider blocks it with his shin pad. Over Smith. Smith up to the boards. Classic tries to chip it out. Yep, they get it out to neutral ice. Now Schneider trying to take on 2 guys. Boy, a lot of action, folks, and offsides on East Grand Forks. Oh boy. So we got Nichols, Molter, Giannetti, Puente, and Charchenko out there. East Grand Forks wins the draw, but they turn it over in the Stormox zone now. Now Nichols looking. Nichols taking the ice given to him. Now Molter brings it in left wing. Molter stops. He's looking for a pass. Tried to get it to Giannetti. Giannetti comes away with it, but he spins out in the corner. Now Grand Forks looking for that stretch pass again. They bring it into the zone now. Dump it down low. They go in and battle for it. Charchenko comes away with it. Gets it to Molter, I believe. Now Nichols comes with it. Nichols up to Giannetti. Giannetti with a little speed. He goes wide. Nichols, Schneider driving. Puck! Oh, right there for Charchenko. It just gets deflected wide by a stick of East Grand Forks. Definitely a step up in competition here tonight. Now Puente wants to go with it. Gets it over to center ice. Gets around another guy. Gets another guy. Cut center, shoots, fires right into the goalie. Gets deflected in the corner. Now the Stormox are showing some fire. Puck rolls out to neutral ice now. Schneider back with it. Gets around the guy. Schneider brings it into the zone. He's got one guy to beat. He wants to rip. Oh, he rips one in and he scores! Schneider took it in by himself. He just went and rocketed one right over the goalie's shoulder for a score for the Stormox. All individual effort there, folks. That's what it's going to take. That was a laser. Stormox looks like they've caught up to the speed of the game a little bit here now. Another thing is East Grand Forks, they played a game about 2 hours ago, so with their short bench, there should be an opportunity to wear them down. We'll see once. Duda pins this guy into the corner. Stormox battling with it now. Clark comes away with it. We got a 3-on-2. Clark looking. They're all over him. They got 2 guys guarding him, actually. Up the boards. Plastic. He gets the puck taken away. Here comes Grand Forks into the zone. They go wide. Dump it down low now. Oh, they try a centering pass. Good work by the Stormox. Duda into the corner now. Schneider gets it up to neutral ice, but Grand Forks throws it right back in. Duda goes back to retrieve. Duda gets it up to Clark. Now Clark brings it into the zone. He's got Schneider and Plastic with him. Clark drives around. Clark tries to put one in 5-hole. And the Grand Forks goal, East Grand Forks goalie covers. Both teams changing out their players now. 3:42 left, first period. It's been all high-speed action so far. Grand Forks, they win the draw. Out to the zone it goes. Smith's able to hold temporarily. Stormox go in for the forecheck. Seaver along the wall. Now Coots comes away with it. Back to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek up to Seaver. Seaver wants to dump it down low. Stormox going. Coots is in. Kent in to support. Coots tries to tie up his guy, but he spins out of him. Now here comes Seaver. Or Kent, I'm sorry, Kent. Now Grand Forks into the zone they come. Oh, back in, on goal. On side of the goal. And it gets caught up in the netting, so we get a stoppage of play. 3:05 left, first period. I believe after the first period, they'll do a sanding of the ice, as the kids would say, so we'll be back in 10 minutes after the first period here. Nichols battling with it's a stick battle, folks. Giannetti tries to get it out, but not. Here comes East Grand Forks. They cut in. They're looking. They're spinning. They're shooting. YB with one save. Goes up behind him now. Now here comes Giannetti. Giannetti up to Bolter. Bolter back to his defense partner, Kuzmarchek, but missed him, so it goes to center ice. East Grand Forks throws it back into the zone. Puente around to retrieve. Up to Giannetti. Giannetti walks it in. Spins, does the Gretzky, stops. Spins, got two guys on him. He's battling with it. Puente supports for a second. Now here comes East Grand Forks. I mean, the pace of this is just unbelievable. I mean, there's no way that East Grand Forks can hold it like this for a full game. And we get an offside, so we'll get a face-off here, neutral ice. 2:01 left in the first period. Clark, Schneider, Plastic, Duda, Kuzmarchek. Stormox win the battle. Back to Clark, Kuzmarchek, over to Duda. Duda surveys, looking for Clark. Oh, he's got Clark. Nope. Duda wants to skate it up. They go cross ice to Plastic. Can't connect, so no icing. Not sure what that was about, but Stormox catch a small break. But East Grand Forks still gets a breakout. Oh, here they come. They got a 2-on-1. Looking for a pass. Oh, they do. Just couldn't get it. They connected. Couldn't connect with it. Now here comes Clark. Clark with speed. He races ahead. Into the zone he goes. All the way down in the corner. He's battling. He's got guys all over his back. Now Schneider. Schneider along the half wall. Plastic comes away with it now. Looking. Oh, he's got backdoor. Duda ripped one. Rips it. Deflected up over the goal. Now here comes East Grand Forks. Duda was back to retrieve, but Kuzmarchek supports. Kuzmarchek flings it around to Duda. Duda takes his time, looks what he's got. He's got Plastic up the wing. Plastic tried to get it to Clark, but East Grand Forks throws it right back in, and they're going to trade all four of their players. So they're trading four at a time, darn near. Now Schneider all the way over to Plastic. Plastic drives in. Plastic rips one just wide. Clark, great individual stick effort. Tries a toe drag. East Grand Forks knocks him off the puck. Now down comes East Grand Forks. McNeil's there, and we're going to get an icing. .9 seconds left in the first period. Stormox going to try to get a quick shot off here, I'd imagine. Coots on the draw. Clark goes back with it. Clark out to the point. McNeil dumps it down low. Coots gets around him. Seaver tries to support. Now out to Smith. Smith goes back down low. Seaver tries to connect. Coots tries to hold, but East Grand Forks is just going to get it out, and they'll do it for the first period. So exciting first period. Stormhawks down 1-2. Goal by Schneider. Grand Forks scored theirs early. They haven't scored since 10, 12 minutes left in the period. So I'm sure coach will go in and regroup, and we'll find out what happens next. All right, we're back for the second period. Stormox come out with the starting lineup. Classic in for the forecheck now. Oh, he wipes out there. Schneider knocks it off his feet. Stormox hold his own. Schneider get over to Clark. Clark in the center of the ice. Clark rips one. Classic tries to tip. Oh, Clark wanted it. Now the East Grand Forks, they get it out of the zone. They come in, they gotta. They bring it all the way down into the lower zone. Puck saved by Wybe. Wybe puts it in the corner. Now Clark up to Plastic. Now Schneider with it at center ice. Schneider spins, looks, dumps it on the boards. Clark drives in with in the right wing. Clark spins, looking, centering pass, Schneider right in the slot. Schneider scores! That's a 2-2 game, folks, 3:58. Clark to Schneider for a tie game. Schneider went right up the slot. Clark found him, Stormox tie. Nichols, Gianetti, Molter. East Grand Forks wins the draw. They bring it into the zone now. Charchenko back, using his strength. They both fall down. Now here comes Nichols. Nichols going to skate it up. Gets it to Gianetti. Gianetti on center ice. Over to Molter. Molter races into forecheck. Nichols is with him. Over to Gianetti. Gianetti pins it against the wall. Now to the point, Puente. Puente pins down to support, or pinches in. Stormox battle on the corner there now. Who comes away with it? Is it Molter or Nichols? It's like Molter. Skip past Charchenko. Puente's back to save it though. Puente at center ice, into the zone. Drives it in, goes to the net, looking for a center. Tried to get to Gianetti. Now back comes East Grand Forks and they throw it down the ice. And we will get no icing. Now Charchenko spins. Charchenko. Hits the ref. East Grand Forks, they try to throw it to the point, but it comes out to center ice now. They regroup. Look, spin, couple of drop passes. Now to center ice they come. Oh, they race in with speed. Number 10 flying in, going to backside, looking for a backdoor. It was there, but they couldn't connect. Now here comes Grand Forks now. Coots in the corner along the wall, battling. Puente steals it away. Puente chips it back around to Coots. Coots comes up the ice now, looking for somebody. Tries to go cross ice for Seaver. Seaver goes in for the forecheck now. Held at the point by McNeil. McNeil shot. Goes into the corner. Coots races in. Puente backs up looking for a chip out. Here comes Grand Forks. Number 10 tries a toe drag. Over to Kent. Kent. Now McNeil. Good stick by Puente. Puente comes away with it. Puente around. Seaver now. Seaver. Coots comes away with it. Tries to push it into the zone. Does. Battles for it along the wall. Half wall battle. Coots holds. Looking. Coots wants a shot. Held in. Kent and Coots in the corner. Now East Grand Forks comes away with it. They spin it high around the boards. All the way out to... No, it hits the Kiram. Now here comes Seaver. He wants out of the zone. Over to Smith. Smith looking. Smith dumps it down in and the Stormox are going to change. East Grand Forks with the breakout. They get it to center ice, but Smith intercepts. Smith looking, tries to chip it up to Kent. Kent into the zone. Clark goes to support. Oh, Clark wanted the center for Schneider. Oh, East Grand Forks comes back. Smith tries to tap it up the wall. East Grand Forks throws it down into the zone. They're going to change their guys. McNeil's got a stretch pass all the way to Schneider. They intercept. Oh, good stick by Schneider. Plastic now. Plastic in left wing. Plastic drives. Plastic shoots. Blocked by North Dakota. Into the zone now. Kuzmarchik along the half or along the center ice there. Here comes East Grand Forks. They got 2-on-2. And around behind the net they spin. Oh, they try to center it. Plastic tries to knock it out, but East Grand Forks holds. Shot, save Whitey, and he holds on. Nichols is going to take the draw with Giannetti, Molter, Duda, Kuzmarchik. Giannetti races in. Can he beat his guy? He's hustling. He's trying to get around him. Oh, East Grand Forks does a good job getting it up the boards and out. Now here they come the other way. They're driving to the net, looking for a shot. Shot goes high around to the other corner. Stormox battling with it. Oh, East Grand Forks, they try a backdoor pass. Just flipped out by Molter. Giannetti races after it again now. East Grand Forks throws it out of the zone. Duda spins around his guy. Up the board, out. No offsides. Now Nichols tries to chop one up ice. Intercepted by Molter. Molter brings it into the left wing. Molter tries to get it down low and the Stormox will change. Oh, here comes Clark. Kuzmarchik over. Whitey save. Now to the other end we go. Here comes Molter. Molter throws it down. Stormox are going to change. All the way down it goes. Charchenko back to retrieve. Battle up high. Puente supports now. Now Clark skips up to Schneider. Schneider goes up the right wing. He's got Plastic and Clark driving to the zone. Into the corner. Schneider out to the point. Puente cuts center. Walks the blue line. Shoots. Looking for a tip. Plastic tried to go across ice. Back door to Schneider. And out comes East Grand Forks now. Shot. Save Whitey. Now Schneider comes the other way. Schneider's got Plastic and Clark with him again. Now Schneider goes into the zone. It comes right to Plastic. Back to Clark. Clark rips one. Backs the water bottle out. And the Stormox score. Stormox with a 3-2 lead. 7:22 left. Second period. Now the Stormox reverse. Giannetti up the right wing. He cuts past center. He gets into the zone. He's looking. Tries to toe drag. Wants a shot. Deflected high. Out to the point. Charchenko back down low. Giannetti into the corner. Giannetti's looking. Tries to dump it back low. Tries to cycle it. Gets it over to Giannetti. Giannetti walks in. Giannetti just lost the puck. Now out comes East Grand Forks now. Good stick by Puente. Stormox trying to get it out of the zone. They're right in front of us here. East Grand Forks comes away with it. They're looking for a shot. Whitey blecks them into the corner. Up and out, Giannetti. Giannetti tips it past this guy. Giannetti walks in backwards. There he goes into the zone. He's looking. Oh, East Grand Forks is all over him. No call. East Grand Forks is looking for a change. McNeil spins. He's got Giannetti. Giannetti looking for Coots. Coots tried to go back to him. Just disconnected. I don't know what that was. Coots tried to throw it deep, but didn't get it there. Now Kent, here comes East Grand Forks the other way now. McNeil back to chase. Oh, he gets around. Shot just wide. Now Coots goes with it. Coots skating up, looking for Kent. Coots cuts middle. And we get an offsides. Seaver, Coots, Kent, Smith, McNeil. Coots on the draw. Coots knocks it in the corner. They go in on the forecheck now. Out of the zone. Smith comes with it. Smith tries to get it to Kent. Smith, good job. East Grand Forks gets around him. Shot, save Wybe. And it goes up into the netting. .5:21 left, second period. Stormhawks up 3-2. It's been all Stormhawks since about 10 minutes left in the first period. Grand Forks centers it. Good sticks by the Stormhawks. Marchek trying to get out. Now here comes East Grand Forks. They're racing in. They're shooting. Save Wybe. Wybe covers. Get another face-off here in the defensive zone. Clark on the draw now. Clark wins back. Oh, they try. There's a set play. Here we go. Schneider, can he get there? Schneider races in. Oh, just gets an icing. I'm assuming the play was draw it back, throw it deep. There should have been a forward racing up there. Clark wins it back again now. Duda tips it up. Schneider wanted to tip it up to Clark, but East Grand Forks dumps it right back down. 4:48 left, second period. Now up to Schneider. Schneider cross ice to Plastic. Plastic drives in on the right. Drop pass looking for Duda. Ref interferes. East Grand Forks still controls now all the way out to the cross ice. Looking for a pass, trying to center it. Let Stormhawks steal it away. Back down deep again. The East Grand Forks throws it. Duda lets it ring around for Plastic. Plastic's got Clark. Couldn't get into him, so no icing. East Grand Forks races in now. Good stick by Duda. Clark looking. Clark gets it out to Duda. Duda's going to drive it in. Up to Plastic now. Plastic looking. He's got Duda. Duda. Oh, Duda wanted a backdoor to Schneider. Now Clark right behind the goalie. Clark looking. This is where he got his last goal to Schneider. Oh, gets between Schneider's legs. Charchenko's going to have to race back to get it. Charchenko spins around. Duda back. Now Duda races ahead. Gets it to Plastic. Drops it to Schneider. Schneider up to Nichols. Nichols up the right side. Nichols cuts middle. He wants a shot. Tries to go top corner left. Goalie blocks it in the corner. Schneider throws it back down low. Nichols on the forecheck now. Good job by Nichols. Now here comes Molters to support. Giannetti's along the wall with him. Giannetti tries to hold it and does. But East Grand Forks gets a bounce and it goes out to center ice. Here they come. Shot. Wybe just deflects it behind the net. Now Puente. Puente spins. Puente spins again. He's got two guys on him. Gets around him. Battling hard. He's got Charchenko over there, but he still has got it. Charchenko up to Giannetti now. It just skipped over puck, so we'll get an icing. 2:36 left, second period. Stormox with a 3-2 lead. Grand Forks wins it back. Shot. Save Wybe. Right on his chest. Stormox are going to change all five here. They're going to go with Clark, Vlasic, Schneider, McNeil, and Smith. They try to center. Oh, chipped away. Nice toss pass up to Vlasic. Vlasic drives in. What's he going to do? He wants a slap shot. And it goes high into the netting, so we'll get an offensive zone face-off. Clark holds or got a mess there at the face-off dot, but Schneider comes away with it. Schneider cuts middle. Schneider wants a shot. Oh, he ripped it one hard just over the net. Tried to go back to him. Now here comes East Grand Forks now. They get it in the zone. Smith, Clark. Clark comes away with it. Chips it over to Schneider. Schneider's got Vlasic with him again. Schneider into the zone. Over to Clark in the center. Clark wants to rip one. Just goes deflected off a Hawk player. Battle behind the net. Now goes right to Clark. Vlasic up to the point, I think. McNeil goes back down. Spins it around to Clark. Clark wanted Schneider. Right to McNeil. McNeil walks in. Shoots on goal. Save. Coots, Giannetti, Seaver, Kuzmarchek, Duda, Coots. Coots wins it back over to Kuzmarchek. They dump it down low. Try a centering pass. No call. Out to McNeil now. Duda rings it around low. Seaver lets it go by. Now Coots supports in the corner. Coots wants to get it to Duda. Duda walks the blue line. Back to Giannetti. Giannetti shoots. Stormox now. Duda walks in. Duda, back door. Oh, Giannetti just couldn't get it off. He wanted to shoot there. Down low to Coots now. Coots tries to walk around. Now Giannetti supports it, comes out to Duda, and they get it at center ice. Duda spins around. Stormox playing that center ice here a little bit. Puck battle. Goes back into the Stormox zone. Kuzmarchek races back. Kuzmarchek comes away with it. Gets it to Giannetti. Giannetti tips it down low. And that'll do it for the second period. Stormox with a 3-2 lead. Goals by Schneider and why am I drawing a blank? Who got the other one? Yeah. So after two, the Stormox are up 3-2. 15 minutes left in this game, folks. We'll be right back. Yeah, throw it back. Okay, we're back, folks. Third period here. Clark, Schneider, Vlasic, Duda, Kuzmarchek. Stormox up 3-2. East Grand Forks center shoots, rebound, save. Now here comes the Stormox. They gathered up behind their net. East Grand Forks doing everything they can. Both pinning their guys against the wall. 2 in. Clark comes away with it now. Gets it out to center ice. Schneider, Plastic. Clark, over to Clark. Oh, just bounces off his stick. Back up to Clark, or Schneider now. Back to Duda at center ice. Over to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek walks in the blue line. Kuzmarchek tries a drop pass to Clark, and he does. Over to Duda now. Oh, they wanted to give and go there, but East Grand Forks is able to clear back to Duda. Now Duda spins up ice, gets past center, into the zone he comes, he wants it. Looking. All the way around the net he goes, he's still looking. Now he drops it down to Clark. Clark out to Duda at the point, he holds it with his foot, good save. Now Clark spins it over to Duda. Duda needs to dump it down low for Plastic. Schneider there to support in the corner now. Schneider over to Duda. Duda tries to chip it over to Kuzmarchek, and he does. Freddie's looking down low. Now East Grand Forks, just able to clear the zone. Good stick. Good back checking by Clark now. Clark around. Past center ice. He wants to bring it in. He's got Schneider right behind him. Clark shoots, save. Rebound. Here comes the East Grand Forks. They dump it into the corner now. Cherchenko back to chase. Cherchenko, the first one there. Able to use his body to tip it up, but East Grand Forks comes away. But now Schneider tips it. Back down low, and we'll get an offsides on East Grand Forks. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off. 12:43 left, third period. Stormox up 3-2. Now East Grand Forks trying to mount some offense along the half wall. That's out the center. Oh, looked off sides by about a foot. Coach isn't happy. But Stormox do have control. And they chip it out to Molter at center ice. Right back down in goes East Grand Forks, but now Puente with it. Puente to Nichols. Nichols cuts up the center ice. He gets the center and dumps it low, and the Stormox are going to change. East Grand Forks throws it right to McNeil. McNeil to Smith. Smith up to Giannetti. Now here comes East Grand Forks into the zone. Tries some nifty stick work, but Stormox throw it to the sidewall. Break to East Grand Forks. They throw it on net. YB directs it in the corner. Now Smith with it. Smith throws it down low. And we'll get an icing on the Stormhawks. 11:22 left, third period. Clark wins the draw, pushes it forward. He's got Plastic and Schneider with him. Over to Schneider. Schneider right between the dots. Schneider looking for Plastic. And Schneider puts it in. That's a hattie, folks. If you got him at home, throw him on the floor. I know there's about 14, 17 of you listening, so if you got a hat on, give it a toss. Stormox with a 4-2 lead, 11:09 left, third period. Coots, Seaver, Kent, Duda, Kuzmarchek now. East Grand Forks wins the draw. Coots takes it away. But East Grand Forks is offside, so we'll get another face-off in the neutral zone. Coots on the face-off. Ref stopped play there, didn't like the face-off. Coots looks like he's been kicked out. Coots gets it back over to Kuzmarchek now, Duda. Duda looking. Duda chips up to Kuzmarchek. Goes up to Seaver. Seaver wants to ring one in. Stormox going on the forecheck. Kent's the first one there. Kent in the corner. Now Seaver trying to chip it around. Seaver looking. He's got his point. Get it to Kuzmarchek. Oh, he just can't hold the zone. Back in it goes. Coots goes in. First one on the forecheck. East Grand Forks goes the other way and spins. Now back to Kuzmarchek again. Marchek to Seaver. Tips it in. Stormox going to the forecheck. Coots, Kent. Oh, rude. Carry him off the boards. And Grand Forks is able to clear again. Back checking by Coots and Kuzmarchek now. Coots tosses it over to him. Up and out. Kuzmarchek tries to throw it up the wall. Does. Nichols comes away with it temporarily. Now Duda. Grand Forks goes into the corner though. Looking for a centering pass. Good job by the Stormox. Stick on stick. Now Duda behind his net. Chips it up. Nichols. Now by the ref. Duda chips it over Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek gets it up and out now. Moulter. Right to Nichols. Nichols walks in. Stick on stick. It goes out of play. 9:08 left. Third period. Stormhawks up 4-2. Moulter comes away with it. Tries to go back door. Now here comes East Grand Forks now into the zone. They cut middle. Stormox knock it out to center ice though. Oh, Gianetti wanted to fly by. He was open. If he would have got by him, he would have been wide open for a one-on-one. But East Grand Forks with some good stick work. Now they bring it into the zone. Shot, Whitey, save, rebound. Now here comes Gianetti. Gianetti up the center ice. He comes up the right wing. Tries a centering pass to Nichols. Nichols drop pass to, or Moulter drop pass to Nichols. Now to Charchenko at the point. Charchenko breaks the stick of the other opposing player. Now Charchenko in. Goes down low. Moulter and Gianetti. Gianetti right there. Out to Charchenko. Out to center ice now. Gianetti and Charchenko. Oh, puck goes right to Clark. Clark gets it over to Charchenko now. Clark out to the point. Puente needs to get it down low. Gianetti in on the forecheck. Tips it with his foot and tries to center it. And good sticks by East Grand Forks. 7:43 left. Now Puente back playing defense. East Grand Forks throws it in the zone. Oh, it's a great centering pass. Good opportunity for them, but Stormox do a good job. Oh, good cross pass by Schneider. Schneider gets to Gianetti. Gianetti wants a shot. And the puck goes up into the netting. 7:24 left, Stormhawks 4-2 lead. Clark, Schneider, Classic, Smith, and McNeil. Clark wins the draw over to Smith. Smith walks the blue line, shoots, fires! Saved by the goaltender, deflected into the corner. Now here comes East Grand Forks into the zone, but Clark's had control of it. He's battling with 3 guys there, 2 guys. Scrum in the middle. Here's a 3-on-2 for the Stormhawks. Clark goes wide. He's got Schneider driving with him. Tries to pass over to Plastic, but just couldn't connect. Now Plastic down low to Clark. Clark looking. Clark's got his point. Give it to him all the way over to McNeil now. McNeil down low to Plastic. Plastic behind the net. McNeil winds up. McNeil wants a shot, goes wide. Smith supports, pinches down low. Now Plastic down low. And the Stormhawks are in the middle of a change, so East Grand Forks will get a clear. Smith throws it down low. Stormhawks change a few more. Now here comes East Grand Forks. They got a 2-on-1. Saved by Wybe. Stormhawks being ultra aggressive in their changes now. Stormhawks throw it down. They're not going to get an icing on this one. East Grand Forks chips it around up the ice now. Nichols tried to hit it with his foot. Now here comes in East Grand Forks into the zone. Shot, save, Wybe directs it to the corner. Now Giannetti. Giannetti tried to spin around. Saved by Wybe. They tried to wrap around, but Wybe was there to make the save. (4-2) Stormhawks lead. Stormhawks basically changing their lines every dead whistle right now. Snarchek rings it around. Plastic goes into the corner. Tries to backhand over. Duda pinches his guy against the wall like he's supposed to. Now Clark in the corner with his player. They center it, but nobody home for East Grand Forks. Now Kuzmarchek, he's got Plastic into the zone 1-on-1. Now the East Grand Forks recovers. They go right back up the zone. Into the zone they go. They chip it around Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek cuts off the angle. East Grand Forks interfering with the goalie. No call. Now Clark comes away with it. He's got ice. Skates it up. Gets it past the center ice. Looking. He's got Plastic and Schneider. Oh, he cuts center. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Plastic has a chance to knock it in. But they're up to the challenge and they save. Now Charchenko over to Schneider. Schneider. Backhand over to Clark. Clark, he scores! Charchenko to Schneider to Clark for the tic-tac and toe. That's a 5-2 lead for the Stormhawks with 4:17 left in the third period. Coots, Kent, Seaver, Puente, and Charchenko, the defenseman. East Grand Forks, they win the draw. Oh, puck bounces around Wybie there for a second. Now Puente back. Puente still got it. Puente, he's got Kent driving up the wall. He's got shot on goal. Now, East Grand Forks gets it out of the zone, but Charchenko's there. Charchenko gets it up to Seaver. Coots. Coots has got Kent with him. Coots goes into the corner, spins, looking for somebody. Doesn't see anybody, tries to go low. Into the corner now. Stormhawks battle. Stays down low, Seaver in on the forecheck. Now Seaver down low. And East Grand Forks is gonna get a clear now. Up to Seaver now. Seaver wants to dump it low, and they go for a change. .2:45 left, third period. Puck comes out to center ice. Smith, Giannetti. Just knock it back in. Giannetti still got it over to McNeil. McNeil wants to skate it. Wants a cross ice pass, looking for Smith. Well, back comes East Grand Forks, but they throw a wild pass, so Smith goes back to retrieve. Wybie doesn't like it, so he covers. 2:23 left, third period. The pace has slowed down slightly, but still very intense out there. See what happens here the next 2:23, what East Grand Forks decides to do. I don't know if they need to score to get the point differential or not, so we'll see how that goes. Schneider over to Plastic. Plastic tries to toe drag, but East Grand Forks was able to clear. Duda over to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek up the ice. Gets to center and dumps it down low. Schneider tries to steal it away. No. He's got Clark and Plastic to support him. Kuzmarchek wants to pinch. Holds it. Now Clark. Clark, who does he got? Cut center. Clark looking, rips one. Shot save. Now Schneider into the corner. Schneider just knocks his guy off the puck. Looking, he cuts center. Now Schneider. Oh, Schneider wanted to get it over to Kuzmarchek. Back comes East Grand Forks now. Good job by the Stormhawks. They all came racing back to support. Now Clark tried to get it over to Classic, but East Grand Forks intercepts and they bring it into the zone. They center. Shot. Save, Wybie. Wybie gloves it down. Chance for a tip there by Grand Forks, but Wybie makes the save. 1:11 left, third period. Stormhawks up 5-2. I believe the Stormhawks will play tomorrow at 9 if they win this game. Puente spins around, now spins the other way. Two East Grand Forks players in there. They try to crush him, but he's able to get it out to Giannetti. Giannetti looks up ice. They try a tip in, no icing. Moulter's the first one there. Moulter relentless right now. Now Giannetti along the half wall, but here comes Grand Forks. They chip it out. Charchenko back. Oh, they try to center, but Charchenko uses his stick. And now Giannetti. Giannetti spins and races out. He had Moulter, but Moulter looks like he might be out of gas on this shift. We'll see. Stormhawks try to hold the zone, but they're offsides. 28 seconds left in the game. Now Coots at center, Seaver. They throw it into the zone now. Stormhawks playing very conservative. 20 seconds left. Puck goes all the way back into the zone. Oh, good job by Mora there. Save Wybie. through the crease. Out it comes now. So Grand Forks has decided not to pull their goalie. The Stormhawks are going to end up winning 5-2. This game is over in 1 second, and that'll do it. A little chippy there at the end. They tried to chip Clark into the board. Coots didn't like it, goes over and tells him, don't do that again. But the Stormhawks are going to come away with a 5-2 win. They'll play tomorrow at 9, same rink, same time, same great location. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning. And everybody have a good, safe Saturday night. McNeil. Kent.